You've seen the 30-day transformation thumbnails. You've heard the claims that 100 push-ups a day is the ultimate cheat code to a superhero chest. But what actually happens when the hype meets reality? By day 7, your muscles are screaming. By day 14, your shirts feel tighter. But by day 30, most people actually fail, and it's not because they aren't strong enough. It's because they don't understand the physiological tipping point. Today, we're breaking down the science, the soreness, and the shocking visual changes of the 100 push-a-push-to-bay challenge. If you're looking for the truth without the fitness influencer fluff, stick around. You might want to rethink your routine after seeing what happens at the 24-hour mark. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most popular bodyweight experiments on the planet, the 100 push-up challenge. It sounds simple, right? It's drop and give me 100. But from a biological perspective, doing 3,000 push-ups in a month triggers a massive hormonal and muscular response. We're going to walk through a timeline of exactly how your body adapts, the risks of overuse injuries, and how to optimize this routine so you don't just get tired, you get results. Wait, before we start, if you're serious about leveling up your fitness this year, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We simplify the science of strength so you can work smarter, not just harder. Let's talk about day 1. Meet Alex. Alex is motivated. He bangs out 100 push-ups in 5 sets of 20. He feels a great pump, that temporary swelling of the muscles caused by increased blood flow and lactic acid. He thinks this is easy. But then day 2 hits. Alex wakes up, tries to reach for his coffee, and feels a sharp, dull ache in his chest and front deltoids. This is DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. At the cellular level, those 100 push-ups created microscopic tears in his muscle fibers. The science note: when you do a push-up, you're lifting roughly 65% to 75% of your total body weight. Doing 100 reps means moving thousands of pounds of cumulative volume that your body isn't used to. By the 48-hour mark, your body is in a state of emergency repair. It's sending white blood cells and nutrients to the chest and triceps to patch up those tears. If you do another 100 push-ups while this repair is happening, you're essentially tearing down a house while the builders are still laying the foundation. This is where most people quit. If you push through the first week, something fascinating happens. You notice that the sets feel lighter. Are you suddenly stronger? Not exactly. The neural blueprint in the first 14 days, your gains are mostly neurological. Your brain is getting better at recruiting motor units. It's learning exactly which muscles to fire and in what order to make the movement efficient. Your central nervous system, CNS, is essentially optimizing its software before it upgrades the hardware of the muscle. The metabolic shift around day 10, your body realizes this isn't a one-time thing. Starts increasing its glycogen storage in the upper body. Your muscles start looking fuller even when you aren't working out. A warning signs. However, this is also when the elbow trap appears. Unlike muscles, your tendons and ligaments have very little blood flow. They take much longer to adapt. If you have poor form, flaring your elbows out at a 90-degree angle, putting immense shearing force on the rotator cuff and the ulnar nerve. Pro tip: keep your elbows tucked at a 45-degree angle. Think of your body as an arrow, not a T. By the 3rd week, the noob gains are in full swing. If your nutrition is on point, meaning you're eating enough protein, you'll see visible changes. Upper chest definition: the shelf starts to form. Tricep horseshoe: the back of your arms becomes firmer. Core stability: since a push-up is essentially a moving plank, your abs are getting a secret workout. The law of diminishing returns. But here's the catch that most fitness influencers won't tell you. Your body is a master of adaptation. If you do 100 push-ups every single day in the exact same way, your body eventually stops growing. Why? Because it has adapted to that specific stress. To keep seeing results, you need progressive overload. If 100 push-ups becomes easy, your body has no reason to build more muscle. It has reached homeostasis. To break through this, you have to change the stimulus. If you want to see a real transformation, don't just do 100 standard push-ups. You need to manipulate the variables. Mechanical advantage. Switch to diamond push-ups to target the triceps, or decline push-ups feet on a chair to target the upper clavicular head of the chest. Time under tension, slow down. Take 3 seconds to go down and 1 second to explode up. This creates more metabolic stress. The rest stays secret. Your muscles don't grow while you're working out. They grow while you sleep. Doing 100 push-ups every other day might actually yield better muscle growth than doing them every day, as it allows for full protein synthesis. So, what's the final verdict? The pros. Massive increase in muscular endurance. Improved mind-muscle connection. Noticeable pump and initial muscle thickness. Mental discipline. The cons. High risk of overuse injury tendinitis if form is bad. Postural imbalances, your chest gets tight, pulling your shoulders forward if you don't do pulling exercises like pull-ups to balance it out. If you are a beginner, 100 push-ups a day will change your life. If you are an advanced lifter, it's a great way to maintain volume, but it won't replace the heavy bench press. At the end of the day, the best workout is the one you actually do. Whether it's 10, 50, or 100, the consistency is what builds the physique. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried a 30-day challenge? Did you see results or just get sore elbows? Drop a comment below. Read and reply to as many as I can. If you found this breakdown helpful, give us a thumbs up and check out this video over here on how to fix your push-up form instantly. Keep training hard, and I'll see you in the next one.